photo sharing platforms come and go. But before there was Instagram, Imgur, and 500 pics, there was Flickr. Once a thriving and bustling community, Flickr was a proto-social media site for photographers long before the gigantic global networks we have today. But after a roller coaster ride in and out of profitability, several buyouts, and greatly reduced active user numbers, it's still somewhat improbably going today, and dare I say it, actually experiencing something of an uptick. So is it time for us all to go home? Should we dust off those long dormant accounts and begin sharing to Flickr once more? Before likes, before filters, before we all became photographers, there was a website that brought us all together. Can it do it again? I joined Flickr in 2005, which means my profile is about to clock up its 20th anniversary. Like many of us, I haven't been active on Flickr for some time now. In fact, the last photo I uploaded there was this one, date stamped July 13th, 2018. Even though that was 6 years ago, if you look at the old discussion forums, it would appear that I've been on the site much more recently than most Flickr users. That being said, just lately there's been a notable increase in murmurings about Flickr and interest in this most venerable of photo sharing sites. And those murmurings piqued my interest sufficiently to revisit it and examine its relevance to modern photography in 2025. Flickr was born in 2004, and to give you some context around that, DeviantArt came online in 2000, Picasso went live in 2002, Facebook in 2006, 500 pics in 2009, and Instagram in 2010. On a personal level, Flickr's arrival neatly coincided with the start of a serious phase of photography for me, with my purchase of my own first proper digital camera, the glorious Fujifilm Finepix S602 Zoom. In 2005, Yahoo acquired Flickr, a decision which was not appreciated by most of the user base, who feared that this faceless corporation would ruin the site. Those fears proved to be partially valid, and Yahoo's plan for incorporating Flickr into the wider Yahoo search ecosystem never came to much. Then Facebook, Instagram, and Google Photos came along, and before you knew it, Flickr was yesterday's news. After a mercifully brief stay with Verizon, the site was acquired by SmugMug, a commercial print and portfolio platform that was actually founded 2 years before Flickr. SmugMug seems like the perfect fit for Flickr, same lineage, same market, perfectly aligning interests. And under their stewardship, they've steadied the boat, saved the site from the scrap heap, and retained most of what people loved about Flickr in the first place. Flickr probably popped back onto most people's radars in 2019 when they announced that they'd be ending the free storage for non-subscribers. We all got an email saying that we had a window of opportunity to download our shots, or everything over 1 terabyte of space or 1,000 shots would be removed unless we upgraded to a premium subscription. All of which brings us to the present day and the current social media and photo sharing landscape, in which photographers appear to be growing tired, finally, of Instagram and Facebook. So let's talk about the benefits of Flickr, and then get into the present day use cases, and finally, some caveats. Firstly, if you're a subscriber, there are no ads. I don't need to tell you just how much pay-for shite there is on Zuckerberg's sites or on Google's, with no way of turning them off apart from a decent ad blocker. It has to be nice being able to scroll through photographs without being sold $60 miracle air conditioners or online day trading classes every third photo. Secondly, the images look great. They aren't turned into pixelated mush like the ludicrous compression used on Facebook and Instagram, and can be viewed at full size if the photographer uploads at that resolution. Thirdly, they don't strip out the metadata from photographs. This has huge benefits for searching. When I'm interested in a new lens, for instance, I often go on Flickr and use the search to find people who've taken shots with that lens and my camera model. While all the other social media sites are designed with a mobile-first ethos, Flickr stubbornly hangs on to its desktop-first design. That means you get heaps of great-looking thumbnails and massive full-screen images. Finally, the age of the site means it serves as an amazing archive of photography going back 2 decades and is brilliant for photographic research purposes or simply trips down memory lane. There are several ways in which you can use Flickr, and the best thing is that you can switch that use case if you want to. Some people use the site as a photographic diary. You've been uploading there since the early days, and you have a fantastic cloud-based record of what you're doing and when. I made the mistake of deleting all my existing photos in 2012 because I wanted to focus purely on landscape photography, but there's nothing wrong with using it as a living document showcasing your life through a lens. One of the most popular uses for Flickr is as an archive, a second safe place for all your photos that isn't susceptible to hard drive failure. You can't upload raw files, of course, only bitmaps, but you can upload at 300 dpi and the original resolution if you want. Just be careful to restrict access to those big files unless you want to turn your profile into a miniature Unsplash. About 10 years ago, I had a catastrophic hard drive failure on an old photo archive drive and lost a third of my old photos. Fortunately, I'd uploaded the best ones to Flickr, and so while I don't have the RAWs anymore, I do have high-quality, full-resolution JPEGs. Using Flickr as an online portfolio is a great alternative to something like Behance or Zenfolio. There are no negative connotations to Flickr, and while having your own photo portfolio on your own website always looks best, Flickr's a great alternative. If you regularly share photos, then Flickr is also a great option from which to host them with far better quality than any of the other social media or microblogging sites. While everyone hates it when a new company arrives and destroys the whole vibe of a website, I don't think anyone expected Smugmug to do so little to Flickr. It's a nice enough interface, don't get me wrong, and I'm not suggesting they should do some awful rebuild. It seems a bit weird to me that they haven't done anything at all, not even a few small meaningful additions. If you remember the community aspect of Flickr, then that's where you're going to be most bitterly disappointed. Most of the groups I belong to, and there were some big ones, haven't seen an active post in a decade or more. Tumbleweeds everywhere. I went hunting for groups that had actual people posting in them now. While there are a few that are getting some traffic, it pales it into insignificance compared to the golden years of the late noughties. What's even weirder is that despite how bad that looks, Flickr have made no effort to tidy them up. I'd say there was a strong argument for archiving, not deleting, any group that hasn't seen an active post since we were all doing the Ice Bucket Challenge and playing Team Fortress 2. If they cleaned the slate, archived any inactive groups, then it might encourage Flickr's current user base to start new groups and maybe attract new users to them. If you're a younger photographer who's looking for an alternative to the sucking spiral of despair that is modern social media, perhaps you guys can breathe new life into this venerable platform. Following on from the dead community groups, don't go expecting much in the way of interaction on Flickr. If you're addicted to the dopamine hit of a like and a love emoji, then stick to Instagram and enjoy your likes and your love emojis. I came close to reactivating my pro account on Flickr recently. And actually, I still might, because I believe it's a solid website that could benefit from the support. The reason I haven't done it yet is because I already have my own website portfolio, over which I have full and complete control in every regard. And if I want to share a high quality photo, I do so from my own web server. It's not that cheap either. With the current coupon code, a 2-year plan on Flickr is 180 Australian dollars, which is slightly more than an entire year's subscription on the Adobe photography plan. And while I understand that cloud storage space costs money, I thought the way they tackled the issue with existing Flickr users back in 2019 was quite mercenary. Hey asshole, pay up or delete your photos forever. The bottom line is that even though Flickr's seen less love than my MySpace profile, it's still a viable photo sharing site. With Smugmug in charge, there's no reason why it can't carry on for another couple of decades. Browsing the site recently, I found that quite a few of the folks I followed back in the day never stopped posting. I found it refreshing to be able to click on a photo and see it close to full quality. If I've inspired you to dig up your old Flickr password and check out the site again, then you might like to know that they've currently got an end-of-year discount on offer. No affiliate kickbacks for me. I'm just passing along the coupon code, which is MFY24. If it turns out you guys are sufficiently motivated to look again at Flickr, perhaps I can create a group for followers of this channel, in which we can share shots and I can upload test images from my review so you can get a better look at them. Let me know what you think. And that'll do us for this look at Flickr 2025. Is your account there gathering more dust than your Blockbuster membership card? Or have you stuck with the site through thick and thin? Do let me know in the comments section below. As always, please give this video a like. And if you enjoyed it and got value from it, do consider subscribing for more photo, video, and drone-related content from me. Until the next time, guys. Ta-ta.